I just had a chance to visit, have a viral tour of both the Siemens facilities.
Like I've said before, it's got a brain the size of a walnut.
I don't see how that's possible.
Now look, for too long, most Americans don't know what that means. Those of you who have been driving trucks from factory to stores. From factory to stores. From factory to stores.
I have a brain cloud.
Last year, more people applied to start small business than any year in history. And here in Wisconsin, your governor and your mayor, Milwaukee.
I think I just saw the funniest thing I'll ever see.
You can't be pro-insurrectionist. I'm being deadly earnest now. When Franklin D. Roosevelt signed the National Labor Relations Act, when it passed in the 30s, he didn't say it was okay to be a union. He said in the act it says we should encourage unions.
Wait, what?
He said in the act.
You know your brain ain't working so good.
Not every Republican is a MAGA Republican. Not every Republican embraces that extreme ideology. You know, we pay more for prescription drugs in the United States of America than any major country in the world.
Brain damage. He's got brain damage and doesn't even know it.
They pay more taxes than fewer taxes than any one of you pay. More corporations are incorporated in Delaware than every other nation, every other state in the country combined. Wages are up. Unemployment remains near a 50-year low.
Did you just have a brain fart?
And you know how much? You know how much we're reducing the deficit this year? 2 to 3 million workers and retirees were going insolvent. Millions of retirees are at risk of losing their retirement security.
My brain is like oatmeal.
We have to be stronger and more determined and more committed to saving American democracy than the MAGA Republicans and that guy Alcott door. God bless you all, and may God protect our troops.
God, he has a rotten brain.
We, in fact, gave them the money to make sure they did it. And this governor, your governor, spent it well, hiring thousands of firefighters. We created nearly 10 million jobs in my first 16 months.
Freudian slip.
To join a lot of the trade unions, you have to have Where is it written to say that we can't be a great manufacturing hub in America, in the world again? This new group headed by the former president, the former defeated president.
The mean man that lives in our head.
But not this year. This year we won $362 billion to deal with climate. Against tackling the climate crisis.
Joe had awakened to a world in crisis.
And then along comes Ron Johnson of Wisconsin. God love him. Well, just take a look at what's happened since the Supreme Court overturned Roe v. Wade.
Wabbits, mommy's little baby was wabbits do.
Will once again manufacture semiconductor chips that power our everyday lives, from our smartphones. You think I'm kidding? No.
I'm speechless.
We flat beat them. I served in the first significant new gun safety law in nearly 30 years. Have to be stronger, more determined, and more committed to saving American democracy than the MAGA Republicans are to literally destroying American politics.
You kind of trailed off there.
Than the MAGA Republicans are to literally destroying American politics. To literally destroying American politics.
Can you speak up, Ricky?
Think of the things and the kinds of investment we deliver. Vaccines for cancer, cures for HIV,
Cures for HIV.
inventing the next best thing.
Best thing.
Good Lord.
Saw during the pandemic, when factories that make these chips shut down, we're also joined by congressional leaders from around the country who fought so hard for this bill.
There's clearly some dementia. He's not lucid.
Eddie Bernice Johnson, chair of the House Science Committee. Eddie, this whole bill wouldn't have gotten done without you. And well, not only will companies use these funds to buy, but they cannot use these funds.
Well, which is it?
The Wright brothers, Neil Armstrong, John Glenn, they defined America's spirit, a spirit of daring and innovation. Pat Chase laid out Intel's vision that builds on that legacy.
I think he has a problem.
Folks, I've asked Pat and many other leading businessmen leaders. Today, in North Carolina, Wolfspeed is investing $5 billion.
But nobody understands you. You talk like Mushmouth from Fat Albert.
And I especially want to thank the labor leaders here. My dear friend, Lonnie Stevens to the IBW. We're also joined by Congressman Ro Khanna.
That's not my name.
The CHIPS and Science Act moves us up once again. It authorizes funding to boost our research and development investment back closer to 1% of our GDP. I am so tired of acronyms in Washington. I can't stand it.
That's because you suck.
In the crucible of 9/11, in the days and months that followed, we saw what stuff Americans are made of.
I
think I'm gonna throw up.
To try to save their teammates. Firefighters, battle the blaze of jet fuel. The man who bin Laden was his deputy on 9/11, who was the leader of Al-Qaeda.
What a sad old man you are.